Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Y una cosa.
Follow me.
¿Hay alguna manera de que desde una cuenta de Play jueguen 3 personas a la vez al mismo juego de PS5?
Pues no.
Nada,
A verla no la hay.
No la hay.
De momento.
O sea,
Hombre, hay una manera de que cada uno se compre su game.
Entiendo.
Esa funciona,
A ver, yo sé lo que pasa es que ya lo tengo pillado el dinero, pero a ver, es verdad que al que queda cogerle y dices que no y ya está, ¿sabes? Me quedo yo el game.
Editors started reading books that don't have any. I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children. It's really stoked their competitive spirit.
No, es que no sabía bien cómo iba el sistema. Pero bueno, ahora que lo sé, tendré que tomar una decisión, man.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Por curiosidad, otra pregunta. ¿Tú tienes algún juego así que te apetezca jugar ahora? En la biblioteca. ¿Hay algún juego que tengas muchas ganas de empezar, man? Por curiosidad, solo,
Por curiosidad, man.
Sí, eso sí. Por saber qué tienes en mente, man. ¿No te gustaría otra vueltecita de Far Cry 3? Igual estaría bien,
Far Cry 3 está guapo, la verdad. No digo nada,
Yo creo que la semana que viene, el jueves, por la noche podrías empezar tu nueva partida, tío. Te haces el
Sí,
100%.
Encima lo tengo instalado ya, o sea que no tengo que esperar.
No tienes excusa, man.
I'm pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent.
Bueno saberlo,
One
bueno
down,
saberlo.
2 to go.
Me alegro, hombre.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Vale. ¿Cómo se ocultaba el sombrero?
Te lo desequipas, man.
Ahí está, ahí está, ahí está. La devolución man horrible, Este man me dice desequiparlo.
Me gustaría cogerte la cara y estampártela contra el barro. Y que no puedas decir más Wasamame. No podrías, man. Te faltarían dientes. Diré yo, a comer sopa, Flecky. Sopa y puré. ¿Ok? Ya. Como los pingüinos. Le mastican la comida y se la echan regurgitada en la boca. Le echa papilla. Qué asco, tío. ¿Tú te lo imaginas, man? Alguien coge, mira, te masca la comida, te la deja bien mascada y luego te la echa en la boca.
Delicious.
Yo creo que vomitarías, ¿eh? Yo creo que vomitarías, man.
No, delicioso.
Sí. Sabes que ese audio se ha perdido, Flecky. Ya no podemos escucharlo nunca más. Por
No
desgracia.
podemos escuchar a mi gran amigo que se estaba riendo de fondo.
Y lo más gracioso es que yo no sabía que estabas vomitando. Yo pensaba que te estabas ahogando. O sea, que es peor incluso. Es incluso peor.
Yo estaba tosiendo, no vomitando.
Ya, bueno, pero a ver, que yo pensaba que te estabas ahogando porque no podías respirar. Que se te había quedado trabado. Es peor aún. ¿Tú, Flecky, estabas el día...? Yo creo que sí estabas. ¿Estabas el día que vino el Alejandro e insultó al Termi? Hace no mucho.
A saber, es que son todos los días.
Pero... Alejandro no viene nunca. Es que eso sí que lo tengo grabado aquí y es buenísimo, a ver si lo encuentro.
Creo que no, yo creo que oí unos audios en el grupo.
Puede ser, could be, a ver. Ya te lo he enviado.
Hostia. No tengo ni móvil. No, sí, no tengo el móvil, Me ha llegado el mensaje.
Sí.
Tengo que tener el móvil.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Un puto antenero.
Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Qué bien sabe el café, man.
True.
The things I do for you, Mid.
¿Ya lo has probado?
No.
Thank goodness you're
¿Lo vas
safe.
a probar algún día?
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let
¿Tú
us
qué
keep you.
desayunas por las mañanas?
We'll
Mamá, o sea,
see that
mamá,
everything is
Colacao.
transported safely back to the
Sí, sí,
hideaway.
sí.
All right.
O sea, desayunas Colacao y te duermes a las 10:30. Bueno, ¿tienes 7 años, man?
No siempre, algunas veces un bogatita man, ¿ok?
Un bocata.
Para por la...
I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Para almorzar, man, ¿ok?
Un bocadillo, no, una barra pan. Una baguette entera de nocilla. Tiene mamín, y esto del aperitivo, mamín. ¿Te gustan los torreznos de aquí?
Todo el cerdo está bueno.
Ya, pues ya está.
Todo. No hay ni una parte mala.
Es la intuía que le gustaban las cortezas de cerdo.
Oh, sí.
Hostia, qué asco de pavo, tío. No, pero no lo dijo en grupo. Yo creo que no, yo creo que era una historia de Instagram que tenía una foto suya y decía: tengo granos en la polla, XD, ja.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Ain't so bad stretching your legs once in a while.
No te dije yo hace poco que me había llamado el Dani tuya. ¿Sabes que me llamó? Pues no le cogía a saber qué quería. Que le tenía agregado como gordo maricón o algo así, ¿sabes? Y de repente veo que me llama y digo, hostia.
Think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would...
Flecky, ¿nos pillamos el Alan Wake 2? Sí. No, te lo ves conmigo y lo comentas, man. Que soy el que lo va a pagar, ¿ok? Un juego así de miedo, man. ¿Lo quieres tú también, Termi? Lo compramos a triple si quieres, Termi, el Alan Wake. Que te va a gustar. Que es como el Resident Evil. Y además, mira, el platino es fácil seguro porque solo dura 20 horas. ¿Qué me dices, Termi? ¿Te interesa? ¿Por 20 euros? Tenemos una cuenta triples por turnos.
Zeke. Hippocrates.
Tones? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Flecky, una cosilla.
Dime.
¿Te podrías pasar el Baldur's Gate del Cyberpunk antes del jueves de la semana que viene?
Impossible.
Es que es para no tener remordimientos, Juan.
Are you still running round after mid?
If you know what I'm saying, ¿ok?
Que juego 24 horas seguidas.
No, en verdad, ese no lo ni aunque juegues, ¿eh? 24 no, pero ni aunque jugases 20 horas al día, no te los pasas. De verdad, ¿eh? Es físicamente imposible, no puedes. O sea,
A no ser que salte todo.
Bueno, sí, si haces así, entonces no, pero así puedes, sí, sí, claro. Seguro que hay alguna manera en el Baldur's Gate para que hagas la partida y llama. Matar a todos tus personajes, por ejemplo, ¿ok?
Mata a todos. Me suicido y ya está. Nadie puede revivirme.
Always. Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
La llevo en mi inventario todavía.
Joder, con lo que debe de pesar la mujer, ¿eh?
Aquí está, aquí está. No, la lleva Garlat. Pesa 75.
Pero aún así es medio inventario, ¿verdad?
Sí, no. Pero si más, Garlat va vacía. Lleva algún barril de estos explosivos.
The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Hostia, Flecky.
Always.
No, solo lo digo para molestarte.
If Jill's game.
Thank you.
Este man que ya está aquí
No, pero I am sure
either
of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research.
De que cuando salió el Gollum, que es una puta basura, a las semanas sí hicieron, yo creo que igual ya lo has visto, hicieron un mensaje por Twitter, un comunicado, disculpándose.
Sí, sí.
Pues sabes que el comunicado lo escribió ChatGPT.
No me lo puedo creer.
Sí. Ha salido la noticia hace unos días.
No me
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames.
Madre
mía. Done with some of that, untrustiness. I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think.
El Gollum.
So, Clive, have you made your decision?
Tú eres capaz de comprarte ese juego, seguro.
On your little excursion.
Tú serías capaz, Fermi. Teniendo en cuenta que has jugado el B-Simulator y el Bus Simulator y que te gastaste 50 euros en el... ¿cómo se llama? En el Evil West. Hostia, es que de eso no se recupera una persona, ¿eh? Yes.
Esto es muy grande, ¿eh? Bueno. Esta zona no. Como molan.
Nos lo ha pegado todo ese Flecky, macho. Ahora estamos todos malos, tío. Flecky, podrías haber avisado de que eres contagioso, ¿eh?
si lo he descubierto.
Métete un bastoncillo, men.
Take your time. So, who will accompany?
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic.
Madre
Conchos.
mía, tío.
Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
Ah.
10 things you need to do ASAP on Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
¿Cómo?
Very well.
Pero esta
So
parte
then,
no se acaba
what do we
nunca.
need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Hay
White
tantas cosas.
chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible.
Abruma, man.
I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Taya.
Qué ganas de jugar Far Cry, tío.
Normal. No te culpo, man.
La verdad es que me das envidia, ¿eh? Me das envidia, man. Vas a poder disfrutar otra vez del Far Cry este jueves.
No. Where's Jill?
Tengo envidia, man.
No entiendo esto. ¿Cómo? Si hay copa un árbol... ¿Te acuerdas el árbol de la saga?
El árbol de Joe Bogando.
¿Que te abría su puerta si la podéis atravesar?
Sí, man.
Pues me he encontrado ese mismo árbol.
Sí, man.
Pero está como dormido, o sea, no, o sea...
Te digo lo que es. Antes de que te tires horas sin saber qué pasa ahí. Si tú coges la cámara, la pones en modo libre y traspasas las paredes...
Sí, ¿qué pasa?
¿Reconoces la zona?
No.
Que tienes que hacer ningún wildcard. Yo te lo digo, man. Eso da a la saga. O sea, tú puedes entrar al Underdark por esa parte también, desde la saga.
Ah, vale, sí, ahora sí que la reconozco.
Lo que pasa es que como ya te has hecho la quest y eso,
vale,
no puedes ir por ahí.
Yo creía que... Yo creía que era la saga al principio, pero he mirado más y no...
Es la parte donde se ve hasta la cárcel.
Sí, ahora sí que
lo que pasa es que justo la puerta está como alta y es difícil verla la primera vez que estás en esa zona. Un buen rato para mirarlo hasta que me di cuenta.
Con el modo foto este fake, man, se ve todo. ¿Puedo tirar de nuevo volver a hablar con los muertos? No, pues no.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised...
Pequi, ¿no te has chequeado por si acaso la afección que tienes es tuberculosis? Pues otros están todo y respiras.
What can I interest you in today?
Podría ser. Yo no me gustaría que te murieses sin pagarme lo que me debes, man.
I trust it's all here.
Y el Spearman ahora son 70 euros, ¿vale?
You're always welcome here in Lost Ring.
Más caro.
Llevamos
la edición 8.
Los pedazos de trajes que vienen.
10 euritos, man. Nos lo pagas tú, Termi, la edición tocha. Nos pagas tú la diferencia de precio. No pago nada.
Thanks for nothing. That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiled.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
No, no quiero.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You're right.
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Me cago en Dios, tío. Creo que me acaba de picar un mosquito.
wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Thanks to Sid.
¿Qué te pasaba, Manuel?
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. It's a shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Oh, her ship lies still in...
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
I think Mid might need some help, Tony.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know the work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking.
Hostia.
Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Menos mal que no ha pasado nada. Joder, me piden... Tengo que hacer algo del juramento y me piden un 20.
You know, when I got into the smithing game,
que tengo
I
menos
thought I'd be
1.
making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
No,
displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
¿Sabes que hay un personaje de este juego friki que se llama Meat?
¿Cómo?
Meat. Hay un personaje de este juego que se llama Meat. Meat as fuck, man.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
¿Este man?
He pillado el juego con la silla.
Ya ha roto toda la silla.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
No está mal.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Is that thing Tom's held?
Obelith, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention it.
Qué guapos
What
están,
tidings,
tío.
Uncle?
Están muy guapos.
¿El qué, man?
Las
¿Setas?
ranitas. Algunos ranas. No, son los Kutoa. ¿Cómo se llaman? Que son como anfibios con cabeza de pez. ¿Sabes?
Me parecen guapos.
¿No te acuerdas?
Son aberraciones, man.
Me recuerdan bastante a ti, no con el
A
like.
tu puta madre me recuerda. A tu puta madre en tanto. 150 euros me vas a pagar por el Spiderman. Si no se lo voy a dar a mi hijo de perra.
¿Qué?
Que estás muy
Qué
gracioso.
agresivo este man.
Muy gracioso estás tú. Ya más me voy a reír yo cuando el jueves a las 12 estés jugando al Calisto Protocol. Porque no vas a tener al Spiderman, ¿vale? Tío.
Calisto Protocol.
Estúpido.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass, and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things, and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass. And all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this? For those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Tantas cositas. Okay.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Really?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Bueno, man, yo creo que ya estoy cansado, la verdad.
¿Estás cansado, man?
Sí.
¿Te vas a ver vídeos en la Langway?
We'll be doing Boklad a favor if you can clear out that pass.
Mañana los veo.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
You say so.
Bye.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
You've had your reward and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side. So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Mother, I'm thirsty.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going. The crystalline dominion is our only chance.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say... We're finished by now.
What's that then? No trader's pass. No passage.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post-haste.
Bloody crimson caravan scooping.
All the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
I wish to engage the Crimson Caravan services. Where's the proprietor?
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. Farewell.
Out of my sight, wretch. I've no use for a branded who can't even fill my cup.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an exception? Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
It's next to the checkpoint.
Peaches and pears.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
The caravan stops next to the...
Juicy pear! Slate your turn!
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise. Run like the backs of their hands.